ball screen actions. Obviously, Starks kid's really good, but I mean their whole team's really good, to be honest with you. So it's gonna be a really tough, game.
Just ask about Jack and kind of the impact he's been making. How have you seen that grow over the course of the season?
Just with him getting minutes. We saw this year over the summer how well he played in open gym. So, whenever he gets in the game and gets minutes, like he's going to perform. He's a really good player.
He's taken a bunch of charges this season.
Mm-hmm.
What is kind of the key to that? It can't just be luck or a fluke that sometimes the same guys keep being in that position.
Yeah. Growing up in Brownstown. He took a lot of charges in high school. And so they just, they preached that at his high school. His dad preached that. And so he just took it with him here.
What sort of advice were you giving him, especially maybe early in the season as he was transitioning this role? Because you went through kind of the same timeline at one point.
Yeah. Just make the most of your opportunities. You never know when it's going to be your day that you're going to be able to get out there. Just small things here or there through practice, through games. Making sure he stays confident. Because, like I said, when he's gotten his shots, he's done really well.
Are there ways? What's the most Indiana thing? Since you brought up being an Indiana person, most Indiana thing about Oscar Clough? It seems like he has some of that in him, even though he's from thousands of miles away.
Yeah. Just his, I'd say, unselfish play. He doesn't have to. Obviously, he can score, but he doesn't have to have 15 post touches a game to be effective. I had a friend who played at Lagodi back in the day, and obviously, butcher ball. The scores were 15 to 13 some games, and so just the sacrifice that you had to make. You have to show up every day in practice and only score 15 points. I just think it speaks for Indiana basketball. They cared about winning, and I think Oscar's the same way. He just, with a lot of guys on the team, he does whatever it takes to win.
Lagodi is a great Indiana basketball name, I think. There's a few of those cities around this state that have those names that are unpronounceable almost, except unless you're from Indiana.
Right, yeah.
What have you seen from Iowa?
Really just really good defensive team. They're a lot different. Obviously coach different, but really defensively, I think is their biggest thing. How they're able to commit turnovers, and just their effort on both sides of the floor, but especially defensively.
Ben McCollum's normally been a guy to try to minimize possessions, be pretty methodical. How does that sort of thing affect what you guys do offensively?
To be honest, I think not a lot, because I think we can win in a lot of different ways. I think we've shown we could win when we have to score a lot, and it's going to be a high possession game, and I think we've shown we can win when it's going to be a lower possession game too. So really, it's just about taking what the defense gives you, and I think it's more on the defensive side. There's for the past two games, there's been stretches where we've got down to the end of the shot clock, and they've finally gotten a good shot. And so having that lasting defensive effort, I think, is going to be more important than the offensive side.
Do you feel yourself, Oscar and Daniel, kind of wearing people down as games go on with your physicality and the size they got to wrestle with?
Yeah, I do. Obviously coming from last year where I was playing the 5, and it felt like the exact opposite. We played Houston, and they had 4 guys come in that were, just super athletes. Just completely wore, me down. And so to be able to flip that and be able to go into games knowing that we're going to have a lot of, bigs out there who, are really physical and can really, kind of out-tough the other team, it's really helpful.
I think that the physical